Anderson in Bleak House. Brilliant.
It was absolutely. It was a superb production, and you were just fantastic.
Thank you very much.
In it, because you just caught that melancholy sadness so well.
Thank you.
And when you get offered something like that, or you want to go for something like that, what is it that draws you? Do you go fantastic BBC period drama, or brilliant cast, or fantastic adaptation, or I love the book?
I think it's all of it. I mean, I wasn't really that interested in doing television at the time, but the script, the adaptation by Andrew Davies was so extraordinary that I kind of couldn't not. And the way it was coming together, and the producers, it was I could tell that it was something special.
And it was so good for you because it surprised so many people, me in particularly, from having known you in the X-Files, and all of a sudden, is this the same person? Because it was entirely different and showed what a range you've got naturally.
Thank you.
That should be a question in this.
Are people surprised?
I think so. Yeah, I think so, and it makes sense. I understand it. I understand. I didn't. When I did the series that I did, which went on for almost 10 years, well, 9 years. I wasn't intending to do a popular television series. I was intending to do film and theatre, and I got waylaid a little with that. And then since that has been over, it kind of feels like now I can get back to doing what I originally intended to do.
Yes. So. And the thing is that even you just described it as the series that I did, rather than the X-Files. I mean, doing something like that must be for you something of a blessing and something of a curse.
Sure. Yeah.
Because you are then the agent forever.
Yeah, I think, and while I was doing it, I imagined that no, it won't possibly typecast me. It can't. It's absolutely not going to happen, and it just does to a certain degree.
But you broke out of it so much by doing Bleak House, and then since then, Last King of Scotland, and various different things really. What I was intrigued by was trying to work out where you're from, because you were born in America.
Yeah.
Then you lived here.
Yeah, I lived here from about 2 to 11.
And then you went back to America.
Yeah, yes.
And now you're back here.
Yes, that's right. Well, my parents always had, I grew up in Crouch End and Haringey. And
North London.
yeah, North London. And my parents always had a flat still when I was growing up. So in the summers we would come back and be here. So it was a big part of my life.
Do you consider yourself to be American or British? Or does it matter?
It doesn't matter to me. The press seems to think that it matters, but it doesn't really matter to me. I feel I'm very comfortable here. It feels like home. But ultimately, I think part of my body knows that I am American.
Yeah. Now you're tackling A Doll's House, Ibsen's play. It seems to be one of those things that actors sort of have to tackle at some point in their career. Does it feel daunting?
Yes and no. We have an adaptation by a wonderful playwright called Zinni Harris, and the adaptation is really wonderful, and it feels very doable. It feels understandable. It feels like it makes sense in the contemporary world today, and so it doesn't feel as daunting as it always has. And yet, it's a mammoth of a play. I think all of us.
What is it about the play that is so important and makes it resonate so much, though, for actors particularly?
Well, there's a huge. There's a downfall that happens, that takes place in the play, with two characters, but well, with all of them in a sense. Particularly the character that I play, Nora. She, the play that we have is kind of it follows the disintegration of a marriage. A lot of people who know A Doll's House think of it as that play where the wife left the husband and children at the end, which, if you can imagine, at the end of the 1800s was an extraordinary thing to witness as a theatre goer, and it was banned actually in some countries. And the version that we have is as potent and shocking and disturbing in a sense, because ultimately it shows that a breakdown of sorts of communication and of communication.
Okay.
Well, there our communication must end. We've reached the end of the programme.
But you're on at the Donmar Warehouse.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
Gillian, thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Break a leg.
Thank you.